Just about set to go. And on the hill, Logan Webb. What's the word on him?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
All right, ready to go here. And now the center fielder, TJ Friedl. That catches the zone for a strike, and this one is off and running.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
In the air, left field, down the line, and just foul. Good job to fight that one off. Inside. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
McCray on his way over. Makes the grab, 1 down. Here's the lineup for the Reds. And the challenge for this lineup today, Singy, finding a way to have success against the sinker ball.
Yeah, it's a tough pitch to hit, Boog, and even harder to elevate. Got to set your sights a little bit higher when you're at the dish. They're struggling with it. I'd expect them to make some type of adjustment. It won't take long to see how well that sinker is working today.
Hit in the air, right field, and that one way back there, and that is way gone. He flexes his power with that swing, and the Reds jump out in front. It's 1-0.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
So up next, Matt McClain. There's a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. One out, bases empty. Just off the inside edge. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2.
2 strikes.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Now the Reds cleanup hitter, Tyler Stevenson. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Fly ball, center field. Lee. And that is that. Reds strike first with the solo blast. It's now 1-0. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here in San Francisco. And starting in this one, Hunter Green.
with the height, the release point creates a lot of tilt on his pitches. So coming into the zone, really hard for the hitters to get on plane. Makes it very difficult for the hitters to guess.
Bottom of the first. And
Leading
digging
off,
in for
he's
San
a
Francisco, Jung-Hoo
Center
Lee.
fielder, Jung-Hoo
Always fun to
Lee.
watch Lee go to work at the dish, Boog. He's just a pure hitter and a good athlete. Someone referred to him as a slow drip guy because the more you watch him, the more you like him.
Green, an all-star a season ago. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, a splitter, and occasionally mixes in the slurve.
Quickly in an 0-2 hole, you're going to have to give something up here in terms of power if you want to put the ball in play with any authority.
Got him looking, and he did not like the call.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long.
Second baseman,
Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Tyler Fitzgerald, batting with one down, takes a strike. And that clips the inside corner.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
One down, base is empty. Strike three, and that's two in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top two guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the #3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2- or 3-run homer.
Willie Adames in the box here, lets that one go for a ball. 2 outs, base is empty. Fly ball down the line, and it stays fair. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in, and he's out.
Got him. That's
Up, down, and that ends the inning. Back here at Oracle Park, new inning getting started. Stepping in, Jake Fraley. Webb back to work. That's too low. 1-0. Webb goes 6'1", 28 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2014. Swing and a foul out of play.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
His eyes got big. He saw that changeup way out in front. Better to pull it than to get jammed on something off speed like that.
Outside with a breaking ball. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. So a man on base to start the inning.
Batting 6th, first
Timing
baseman,
on the swing was
Spencer
good. Able to
Steer.
shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach, paying off.
Spencer Steer, the next to hit for the Reds. On the ground, 2 ball, and he can't come up with it. To second, and he's safe.
Batting 7th, third baseman, Jamer Candelario.
First and second, no outs. Now batting Jamer Candelario. And that's in for a strike.
There's an opportunity to do some damage, but you've got to be selective. Make sure you get a pitch that you can handle.
Fraley, the lead runner at second. Steer on at first with nobody out. And he hits a ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. Hit on the ground, might be two. To second for one.
He's out.
Plenty of time at first. That's a double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
And now it's Gavin Lux. Out to short. Adames gets it to first, and that is the third out of the inning. So one left for Cincinnati, but they hold a 1-0 lead. And welcome back to the ballpark. And here is Matt Chapman.
Third baseman, Matt Chapman.
First pitch, and he just misses. Got it started a little too early. Strike one. Eric Summersgill, our plate umpire.
One thing to watch out for, Boog, is what side of the plate Summersgill might be favoring. He usually sets up at an angle. Pitchers sometimes will try to figure that out early so they can attack that spot and get as many strike calls as possible.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one missed. And a swing and a miss. That K is his third of the game.
It's a good breaking ball there, just off the corner where you can't really do much damage, but it's close enough to where you've got to protect, and he just couldn't find a way to fight it off.
So here's Wade now. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
0-1's the count.
And he deals. And that's outside. And the count even 1-1. One down, base is empty. Late that time, and it's strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Swing and a miss. 98 miles per hour on the gun.
Yeah, there's no doubt, Boog. Electric stuff from the jump. I mean, there's just no messing around right now. It's still very early, but we could see a pretty impressive outing here if the strikeouts keep coming in the way they are. One thing you have to be aware of, though, is a high strikeout rate might impact the pitch count as the innings roll on.
Next offering is fouled back. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side here in the second. Nothing doing for the offense that time. We head on now to the top of the third. It's the Reds 1 and the Giants nothing. And we're back. Here's the left fielder, Austin Hayes.
Austin Hayes.
And there's the strike. Next offering is fouled back. that one down the line, and that's just foul. Chases that one out of the zone, and that one away. So the lineup flips over. Next for Cincinnati, TJ Friedel. Fly to left his first time. And that's downstairs. And it's 1-0. Right through there for a strike. One down, base is empty. And that one fouled off. Got him swinging. He chased the changeup, and he's registered 3 Ks in this one. So 2 down now, and here is Ellie De La Cruz. He's already homered here in this one. Strike on the inside corner.
0-1.
And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1. That one fouled off. Got him swinging. And he strikes out the side in the third. Reds go down quietly, but they lead it 1-0. Bottom of the inning, and now Patrick Bailey. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game.
Really good athlete, and many times we talk about the feet of infielders. This catcher as well, really quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch, see the trajectory, and get into a spot where he can block those balls and keep them from going to the backstop.
Outside low, and it's 2-1.
Really impressive with the way he frames, the way that he sets it up, because sometimes those pitches are off the plate, but because he sets up and presents it so well, he steals strikes for his pitcher.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I'll tell you what, he earned that walk.
Mike Yastrzemski up here. That misses the zone. Ball 1.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
Bailey on at first, nobody out. Yeah, that's fouled off. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Caught him looking for the K.
Well, big strikeout right there, and maybe a little controversial with the call. I think he got a little bit of favor on the mound, no question about it. It's not exactly what you want to see in a big spot like that, and I'm sure there's some chirping going on from the dugout, making it clear that wasn't his best call behind the plate today.
Grant McCray, the next to hit. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Hit hard but foul off to the left. Tying run is at first here in the last half of the third. That's outside. And a count 1-2. And that's outside. In the dirt. Man at first, one away. In the air, fairly deep to right field. Fraley should have it. He makes the catch, and there's two down.
Now batting, center fielder Jung-Hoo Lee.
Jung-Hoo Lee, the next Giant to hit. He's 0 for 1. And first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Right through there for a strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Two outs. Swing and a pop up in foul ground. Makes the catch, and that's the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and one left. 3 innings complete. It's the Reds 1 and the Giants 0. Back here in San Francisco, John Shelby with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Matt McClain. Foul ball there.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
And misses inside. Hit on the ground to short. Adames sends it to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, catcher Tyler Stevenson.
Tyler Stevenson will hit next. Fly to center his first time. Swinging a foul straight back. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Fought off foul. Ball 1 there. Fouls it off, still 1-2. One down, base is empty. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Got him swinging.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Two down, nobody on.
Ball one.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
Off the plate inside, and it's 2-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
2-2 the count.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Nobody left for Cincinnati, but they still lead it 1-0. Back here at Oracle Park, ready to go.
Giants.
Bottom four at the plate. Tyler Fitzgerald.
Tyler Fitzgerald.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Fraley makes the grab, and a quick out, number one.
Now batting, shortstop, Willie Adames.
Willie Adames stands in.
Boog, here's someone that loves playing at home, and who can blame him? His numbers are historically better, and he's already 1 for 1 out of the chute.
Not even close there, and that is ball one. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. And puts the squeeze on that one. 2 down.
Now batting, third baseman, Matt Chapman.
Now it's Matt Chapman. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Close, but called a ball. And that's ball one. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Makes the grab on the run. And that will end the inning. Nothing doing here this half. We're headed to the fifth. It's the Reds 1 and the Giants nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready now for the fifth inning. Now at the plate, Spencer Steer. Webb back to work. And the pitch a little bit low, ball one. Steer, 27 years old, usually in the outfield, but today he's starting at first. Swings through that one out in front that time.
Always concerns me a little bit making that move from the outfield to first base. Just how you work that bag. Don't want to have a collision with the base runner.
Ripped into right field, base hit. And they had their first base runner since the second inning.
Everything came together for him. Really good swing right there. You got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
In now for the Reds, Jeimer Candelario. He hit into a double play his first time up. Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
Stays alive. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Nobody out. Runner at first. Outside. 1-2 to count. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Ground ball right side and foul ball.
5 foul balls in this at bat so far, and these two are going head to head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Into second, and he's got a double. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
And next is the designated hitter, Gavin Lux. Golden opportunity right here. Swings through that one.
0-1's the count.
Two in scoring position, nobody out, and we're at the top of the 5th. Next offering is in for a strike. And that one hit to first, and it's just foul. That was close.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Steer, the runner at third. Candelario stands at second. No outs. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now batting, left
And now
fielder,
it's Austin Hayes.
This is all about situational hitting. It's crucial in this spot. Do whatever it takes to put the ball in play, and hopefully you find a gap in the defense.
And that's in for a strike.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. And a foul ball. Second and third, one away. That's down and in.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Here's a 2-2. Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. Yastrzemski going back on this one, and it's off the top of the wall. Hayes around second, relay to third, and he's out. But 2 runs come in on the play.
Absolutely perfect
Now
execution of the
batting, the
relay
center
right there to cut him
fielder,
down at
TJ
third. And he probably should have shut it down at second base and been happy with the double, but it took a great play to get him. You just have to tip your cap.
And here is T.J. Friedl. 0 for 2 in this one. And a foul ball. Two outs. Popped up on the left side of the infield. Chapman brings it in for the third out. So 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, no one left. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Reds 3 and the Giants nothing. And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's Lamont Wade Jr.
Lamont Wade Jr.
Fouled off. He was late.
Well, these Giants, from what we've seen, I think it's fair to wonder if they've been too patient at the plate. Sometimes it's a good thing, but today they're continuing to fall behind in the count, and that's adding a ton of pressure to their offense.
That one way inside.
2 strikes.
Now he breaks his bat. Candelario. And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball
Up
out of the
next for
air.
the
Lets the
Giants,
defense work behind him with another
designated
ground
hitter,
ball. Good
Elliot
execution.
Here's Elliot Ramos. Struck out swinging his first time.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
The Giants trailing by 3. Last half of inning number 5. And there's a ball. Just
Inside, ball
missed.
2.
Next pitch is outside.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
He's gotten into a really good rhythm, set down 7 in a row. He just wants to get the baseball and deliver it as quickly as possible. Keep the momentum going.
This one in the air. 2 away.
Now batting, catcher Patrick Bailey.
Now the catcher up to hit. Patrick Bailey worked a walk at his first trip to the plate. That's in there. That's strike 1. That one ripped, but foul.
Looking sharp, just a strike away from 5 shutout innings.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And he's up to 7 strikeouts. Giants are down 1-2-3. Still down 3-0. A new pitcher in the game, Randy Rodriguez.
Just trying to
Now
keep this one
pitching
close
for the
here,
Giants.
and this is where a bullpen can
Number
give their players a
73,
chance to fight back into the game.
Randy Rodriguez.
So digging in,
Leading off
Ellie
for
De
the
La
Reds,
Cruz.
shortstop,
He's already
Ellie
homered
De
in
La
this
Cruz.
game.
You know, one of the most memorable innings ever for Ellie happened in July 2023. In one inning, De La Cruz hit a 2-out single to take the lead and then proceeded to do something that a Reds player hasn't done in more than 100 years. He stole second, third, and home in the same inning. It only took 2 pitches for him to steal all 3 bases.
Ball, 1 strike.
Not close with that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. Checks his swing, appeal to third, and he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Now batting,
Matt
second baseman,
McClain, the
Matt
next to hit for the
McClain.
Reds. There's a strike.
0-1.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. That one outside, and it's 1-2.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
That one missing inside.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
And down on strikes. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing BBs.
Now batting, catcher.
Here's the Reds
Tyler
catcher,
Stevenson.
Tyler Stevenson. In the air, right field, Yastrzemski. As this one sized up, makes the catch, inning over. So they go quietly there. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Reds 3 and the Giants nothing. Back here in San
Leading
Francisco,
off
here
the
comes Mike
Giants.
Yastrzemski to the
Right
plate.
fielder, Mike Yastrzemski.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Strike 2.
It really looks like these hitters have
No
been
ball,
in
2 strikes.
between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Foul ball still 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. In the air, out towards right center. Friedel pulls that one down, and there's one down.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if
Now
he can get
batting,
through one
right
more inning,
fielder,
anything
Brett
after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but
McCray.
they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
McCray stands in now and watches strike 1.
Ball.
The Reds leading by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. Line drive. Friedel makes the grab for the second out.
Man,
Now
that's one of
batting,
those at-bats where you
center
have to
fielder,
remind yourself
Jung-Hoo
it's about the
Lee.
process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Lee in the box now. No balls and a strike. Fouled off left side. Two down, nobody on. That's
One ball,
inside.
2 strikes.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. And down on strikes he goes. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one. Nothing doing there for San Francisco. They trail in this one 3-0.
Now pitching for the
Left-hander out of the
Giants.
bullpen, Eric Miller.
Number 68.
Bringing in the lefty with a left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Jake Fraley
Leading off
getting
for the
ready
Reds,
to hit.
right
1 for
fielder,
2.
Jake Fraley.
And there's a foul ball. And he lays down a bunt. Bare hands it. Tough play. And it beats him. What a play.
Next batter, the first baseman, Spencer Steele.
And now the first baseman, Spencer Steer. Flying drive, and that's a base hit out into center field.
Now batting, third baseman, Jamer Candelario.
Man at first with 1 gone. And now it's switch hitting third baseman, Jamer Candelario. Headed down the line. Yastrzemski makes his way towards it. He's got it, and there's 2 away. Wide throw, and it gets away.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Gavin Lux.
Gavin Lux now at the plate. That one's in there, 0-1.
Power relievers
0-1
one
is the
after
count.
another coming out of the bullpen these days. Got to be ready for that first pitch heater.
Line drive. And it one-hops the wall. The run comes in from second, and they're up by 4. The throw to second is offline.
Well done.
Now
Drives
batting,
in the
left
run.
fielder,
Nice
Austin
line drive to the pull side. Met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
So runner at second, 2 down. Austin Hayes digs in now. And that misses
that's
off
out.
the outside edge. Man on second, 2 down. Liner, and this could be trouble. Lux rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score. In safely with a double, his second of the day.
Comes through with the RBI. Pretty
Now
much
batting,
just a textbook
center fielder,
double into the
TJ
gap. And
Friedl.
when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Eric Miller will depart, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching for
Here's
the
a new
Giants.
pitcher from the pen, Sean
Number
Jelly.
64.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Man in scoring position with 2 away. Now here is TJ Friedl. In the dirt, but kept close. 1-0. That's a little bit low.
2 balls, no strikes.
Ripped, but it curls foul. Swing and a miss. 2-2 now.
This guy's sink has so much drop at it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
What a stop. Throw to first, and he gets him. Nicely done. So 2 runs in the inning on 3 hits, 1 error, and 1 man left. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Reds 5 and the Giants nothing. Back here at Oracle Park, bottom of the 7th, and here is Tyler Fitzgerald.
This lineup is having a tough time finding a good rhythm at the plate. Their swings are disjointed, which tells me they're having issues with pitch recognition.
To the right side, boots it, still able to fire over. The throw is late. He's in safely, and now there's a runner at first.
Late in the game, with the offense trying to play catch up, they're looking for any momentum they can get, any kind of opportunity to get back in this game, and an error can certainly do that. Let's see if that turns into something right here.
Willie Adames, the next Giant to hit. Just missed. Runner at first with no outs here. And that is out of play. Here's the pitch to Adames. Oh, he doesn't get the call. 2-1.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Slice to right, and that's a fair ball. Fitzgerald around third. Safe. It's 5-1.
Picks himself up an RBI. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Matt Chapman, the next to hit. That one catches the corner for a strike. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here, the bottom of the 7th. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Runner comes in from second to score, and they cut the lead.
Well, that gets him a little closer in this one. Got a good pitch to drive, stayed short with his bat path to the ball, and caught it out front, and he stayed long in his follow-through. That's how you split the gap, and that's pretty much a double every time. Really important at bat coming up now.
Now the Reds manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Hunter Green done for the day, and he was very good. They'll be happy with that, no doubt. We'll be back with a new pitcher in a minute.
Now pitching for
The
Cincinnati.
left-hander on now, Taylor
Number
Rogers.
55.
Gets an opportunity to square
Taylor
off against his
Rogers.
former team, so I wouldn't be surprised if he came out a little extra jacked up right here.
So up next, Lamont Wade Jr. Close, but called a ball. 1-0.
Counts 1-0.
Man at second. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. The other way. Makes the catch for the out. Elliot Ramos, the next Giant to hit. In the air out to center. Friedel coming on. Nice grab on the run. And there's 2 down.
They trust him in center field because he's capable of making plays on the run, and we saw it right there. That's a player you want patrolling center field. Someone who can attack the ball off the bat.
And now the switch hitting catcher, Patrick Bailey. A strikeout and a walk. Yeah, that's fouled off. That one fouled off. Got him. Good job at damage control right there. They put 2 on the board, 2 hits, 1 error, and a runner left. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Reds 5 and the Giants 2. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to begin the 8th and ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Ellie De La Cruz. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team.
Not in time. He's safe.
Up next for Cincinnati, second baseman.
Well, I definitely think the speed down the line played a factor on that throw. He had more time than he thought, but as a fielder, the speed of the game and the speed of the runner sometimes can get in your head, and he just rushed it and failed to make a clean throw.
So digging in, Matt McClain. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Checks over to first, back safely. Rolled to short, possible 2-ball. Flips to second, that's 1. Relay to first, double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Tyler Stevenson getting ready to hit. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Jelly, 27 years old, and he was a 2nd-round pick back in 2018. Swinging a ground ball over to first, and that is that. Reds go down quietly, and it remains 5-2. Ready for the bottom of the 8th, and digging in for San Francisco, Mike Yastrzemski.
Mike Yastrzemski.
Rogers back to work.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Fought off foul. The lefty ready, and a 1-1. Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning.
The Giants.
And up next for
Left
San Francisco,
fielder,
Grant McCray.
Grant McCray.
That is upstairs for ball one. Yastrzemski gets his lead at first with nobody out. Just off the inside edge. And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. Just missed. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. On the ground to the left, and it finds its way through for a hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
First and second, no outs. Lee will hit next. And that's way high. And that's ball one.
Ball one, no strike.
The tying run at the plate. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Check swing went around. That is strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Tying run at the plate. Got him! And that is a big first out. Now the Reds manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Taylor Rogers won't go any further, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for
So out of the pen comes the right-hander, Emilio Pagan.
Emilio Pagan.
And up next for the Giants, Tyler Fitzgerald. 0 for 3 in this one.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Check swing, called strike. With the tying run at the plate, here the bottom half of the 8th inning. And that one fouled off. Pitch misses. Now 1-2.
That's a really good take.
And that's outside. One out. Runners at first and second. Just off the outside edge. 3-2 now.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Willie Adames on deck for San Francisco. Two on, one out. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. couldn't catch up to the heater.
That cutter right there had just enough movement on it to
Now
get the
batting,
swing and miss. It
shortstop,
wasn't a great
Willie
location by any means. That's
Adames.
typically a spot that hitters can handle. So I'd say he fooled him with just enough of that late action.
Willie Adames to the plate now in a high leverage spot. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. Next one misses, and 1-1. Two on, 2 outs. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run.
2 strikes.
Now a pop-up on the infield. Steer settles underneath it, and that's the 3rd out. Nice work from the Cincinnati pen there. Through 8 full, it's the Reds 5 and the Giants 2. We go to the 9th. In now for the Reds, Jake Fraley. Just
No, that's
missed.
down.
Action in the pen down there. Landon Root appears to be getting loose. Beck getting cranked up as well. That one missed. Check swing called strike, and it's 2-1 now. Hammered, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Now batting, first baseman, Spencer Steer.
Spencer Steer, the next to hit for the Reds. Top of the zone for a strike. 0-1. He swings and fouls one off. Maybe a 2-ball. 5, 4,
Out.
3, and they turn the double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play.
Now
That was a
batting,
thing of beauty
third
from start to
baseman,
finish.
Jamer Candelario.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the third baseman, Jamer Candelario. 1 for 3. There's a strike. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the 9th. Sinker catches the zone at the knees.
Throwing the ball well, and they need this scoreless inning in relief right here. Been doing a good job keeping them in striking distance.
And that is downstairs. It's a ball and 2 strikes. And they'll do it again. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. The throw. Oh, he botches it.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Well, that's a
Gavin
pick you
Lux.
want to come up with as a first baseman. That's how you win that gold glove. But it's never on him to take the error on a throw like that. And he'll probably tell you he should have picked his teammate up, but he gave it a good effort, just couldn't get it to stick.